Las Vegas, the city still famous as America's sinful city. But for many tourists and even local residents, this entertainment capital is now slowly becoming Scam Vegas. A place where sophisticated traps are set every place, draining your wallet without breaking the law. If you think only gamblers lose money in Las Vegas, then I'm sorry to say, Vegas scams have now spread throughout the entire city. A bottle of water on the Strip can cost as much as a fast food meal, and an hour of parking can quickly empty your wallet. Everything is sophisticatedly designed, legal, valid, but it puts you in a position where you are voluntarily pickpocketed. And as they stepped out of the dazzling lights, many visitors realized Vegas doesn't just sell experiences, it also sells illusions, and the price you pay can be even higher than you think. In this video, let's see how Las Vegas magically transforms entertainment into a luxurious trap, and why all those tricks are masked with a veneer of legality. If you're searching for hotel rooms on Booking.com, TripAdvisor, or Airbnb, be wary of unbelievably low prices for hotel rooms, because the number displayed is only a very small part of the actual total cost you will have to pay. In fact, almost all hotels along the Las Vegas Strip charge a mandatory surcharge called a resort fee, which typically ranges from $50 to $55 per night. The issue isn't the fee itself, but how it's hidden during the booking process. From the moment they book, tourists easily fall into the familiar trap. On the screen, the price displayed was only $79 per night. It seemed like a bargain. But when it came to the final bill, that number almost doubled. This is how hotels gain a competitive advantage on online travel agencies, OTAs, where search engines only display basic prices that are lower than the actual cost. More than just a marketing gimmick, the resort fee offers another benefit to hotels, reducing the commission they have to pay to intermediary platforms. A $79 listing means the hotel only pays commission on that amount, while the $55 surcharge plus tax goes straight into their pockets, without any percentage being shared. When all the fees are added up, a room that seemed like a bargain turns into an expensive burden. For example, the listed room rate is $99 per night. After tax, 13.38%. Plus a resort fee of $55 and additional taxes of about $7, the total comes to nearly $175 per night. Even more absurdly, the resort fee is still charged even if guests don't use the included amenities like Wi-Fi, local calls, the pool, or the gym. Some people even say they had to pay $50 just to own Wi-Fi and a few minutes of free calls that they never used. A middle-aged Swedish tourist who has visited Vegas over 20 times shared, "I remember the first time I came here in 1989. At that time, the industry thrived on gambling, and to attract customers, food, drinks, and hotels were all very cheap. It's crazy to see how much this place has changed. Getting a resort fee waived is almost impossible if you simply say, 'I don't want to pay.' Only in the event of an actual problem, malfunctioning Wi-Fi, a closed pool, or missing amenities, can guests request a fee waiver, and even then, the outcome is never guaranteed. The bitter irony is, you have to beg for your own money for services that don't provide any real value. Legally speaking, the resort fee is perfectly valid, but ethically, it's seen as a form of virtual price, a sophisticated trap that erodes trust. Behind the glamorous facade, the sole purpose remains maximizing profits, while the actual benefits for tourists are reduced to a minimum. Today, the resort fee has become a symbol of how Las Vegas profits through hidden fees. Not breaking the law, but ambiguous, lacking transparency, and leaving a feeling of being cheated. Many tourists leave not only with lighter wallets, but also with a sense of disappointment. They no longer feel welcome, but rather feel as though they have just been pickpocketed legally. If even a seemingly small fee can turn a vacation into a burden, how many other legal traps are waiting to take away our trust and money? And when legal pickpocketing becomes the business norm, is Las Vegas still a destination for enjoyment, or just a stage for financial illusions that leave visitors bitter? Do you think eating at the restaurant is more economical than ordering takeout? In Las Vegas, that's not entirely true. Because even when you're sitting in a luxurious space, enjoying the shimmering music and lights, you might still have to pay a delivery fee from the kitchen to the dining table. It sounds absurd, but that's the truth I'm about to reveal to you. Many restaurants in Vegas quietly apply a hidden surcharge called CNF, Concession and Franchise Fee, which is usually around 4.9% of the total bill. This fee is rarely mentioned by staff, only quietly hidden in the fine print on the menu or unexpectedly appearing when the final bill is placed on the table. It's still charged, even if you didn't request or use any additional services. Legally speaking, it's perfectly valid. But what about customer emotions? I'm sorry, this issue is not on the restaurant's checklist of priority items. The problem here is that this fee doesn't provide any real value to the meal. CNF is simply a way for restaurants to increase revenue, while diners only discover it by carefully scrutinizing their bills, as if they were unwilling detectives. Many tourists still joke with each other that perhaps they're charging shipping from the kitchen to the dining table right inside the restaurant. Behind those joking remarks lies a serious crisis of faith, because no one wants a meal, which should bring warmth and familiarity, to become an experience that exposes hidden charges, turning the joy of food into a feeling of being openly pickpocketed. This isn't just a few measly percentage points, but a testament to how Vegas is normalizing legal scams, leaving visitors with a bitterness that outweighs the meal they just enjoyed. In reality, if customers notice and ask, many staff are willing to remove the CNF from the bill, because the decision to apply the fee doesn't come from them, but from the owners or senior management. However, how many people are patient enough to ask questions, and how many tourists are sober enough to read all the tiny print under the menu? Hidden fees like CNF are a clever trick. They advertise low food prices to attract customers, but the final bill is inflated by a few percentage points due to CNF and additional taxes. Diners left the restaurant feeling legally cheated, while the restaurant comfortably pocketed extra profits without needing to improve its menu or service quality. If even a simple meal contains sophisticated financial traps, then what in Vegas can be fully enjoyed without caution? Beyond hotels and confusing surcharges on meals, the traps in Las Vegas also infiltrate the very heart of the city, the casinos. Where the clatter of dice and the shuffle of blackjack cards once echoed, today only rows of brightly lit slot machines remain. This replacement isn't just a game change, it's a way for the house to tighten its advantage. While table games like blackjack or craps, if played correctly, have a house edge of less than 2%, slot machines often gobble up as much as 10%, meaning players lose money faster without even realizing it. Even blackjack has been distorted. Many tables on the strip pay out 6 to 5 instead of 3 to 2, meaning a natural win with $100 only pays out $100.50, $120 instead of $150, a loss of $30 per hand, which dealers rarely explain clearly to customers. This change brings a double benefit to the casino: increased profits and reduced costs. Slot machines don't need breaks, don't get paid, and don't offer benefits, yet they consistently drain money from players. They are also designed with psychological effects. The image of a gold pot about to overflow, the near-miss sound, all just to plant false hope in the customer's mind. The player keeps pressing the button, believing victory is just around the corner, while in reality, the odds haven't changed at all. The data clearly shows. From 2004 to 2024, the casino hold percentage increased by 24% on the Strip and 45% downtown. In other words, players have fewer and fewer chances to leave the table with money in their pockets. Even rip-off game variations are being legitimized. 000 Roulette debuted in 2016 with terrible odds, yet still attracted crowds who didn't understand the difference from traditional roulette. The result is a vicious cycle. Intelligent guests in everyday life consistently lose in casinos simply because they lack knowledge of odds and game rules. They thought they were participating in a fair game of chance, but in reality, they were standing before a machine designed to suck away every penny, every hope, every moment of trust. Is it possible that in Vegas, the game of chance has become a coal machine that slowly sucks the souls of players? The answer, perhaps, is best understood only by those who have been closely connected to Vegas. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Every year, millions of visitors flock to Las Vegas, not only for the neon lights, bustling casinos, and spectacular shows, but also for the enticing promises from Best of Vegas rankings. These awards are often heavily promoted, appearing on posters, in magazines, and even in official city promotional videos. For many tourists, it's like a seal of quality assurance, a compass to help them choose where to eat, play, and rest. However, behind those glossy words, the truth isn't quite so beautiful. Many awards called Best of Vegas actually operate on an advertising or commercial partnership basis. Some restaurants, hotels, or entertainment services are willing to spend significant budgets to be featured on Best of lists. Meanwhile, smaller venues with limited marketing budgets find it difficult to break through, even if the actual quality is better. This creates an unfair cycle. What is called best sometimes doesn't reflect the actual experience of guests, but only the business's ability to spend on advertising. Many tourists have shared that they chose a restaurant or show labeled Best of Vegas, but the experience was completely ordinary, even disappointing. The food wasn't special, the service wasn't outstanding, but the prices were much higher than other options. For first-time visitors to Vegas, the trust placed in the title of Best quickly turns into a feeling of being lured in. In that context, the phrase Best of Vegas sometimes feels like a sophisticated trap, where advertisements are labeled as awards to legitimize attracting customers. This also poses a challenge for those who truly want to experience Vegas. How do you distinguish between genuine experiences and advertising tricks disguised as prizes? The answer lies in being more careful in your choices, consulting multiple independent sources of information, and listening to the experiences of fellow travelers, rather than relying solely on the awards hanging on the walls of businesses. Amidst those dark patches, there are still major brands that maintain their reputation through genuine quality, not just through titles. International hotel corporations with a long tradition, or premium service brands that have been proven by millions of global customers, are often more reliable than stars awarded by local magazines. This is a feasible solution to prevent tourists from falling into the trap of titles purchased through advertising. If even awards, symbols of objective recognition, can be bought with money, where else can we turn to find truly worthwhile experiences? In the dazzling lights of Las Vegas, from afar you could already hear the sweet invitations. Free buffet, free drinks, free stay. Those promising signs and flyers evoke a sense of familiarity. A city that knows how to cater to tourists, making them the honored guests of luxurious services. But upon entering, many people realized the word free in Vegas is not free at all. It's just a sweet trap designed to lure and keep tourists longer, spending more money. One of the common tricks is free resort packages or meals if you attend a multi-hour sales presentation. Attendees are often drawn into offers to buy timeshares or expensive recreational membership packages. Many tourists initially thought simply, I just need to sit and listen for a while to get a free buffet ticket. But as they left the conference room, some people were carrying a contract worth tens of thousands of dollars, with complex terms they hadn't had time to read carefully. Not only that, but the free drinks in the casino are another testament to this. The tradition of offering cocktails to paying guests is intended to create a feeling of special service. However, to get a free drink, you have to sit in front of the slot machine, play continuously, and spend more than the cost of a glass of wine. Some people realized they had just paid several $100s for a few free beers. This is a disguised form of encouraging spending, making customers think they are benefiting, while in reality, the casino is the big winner. Some hotels also offer a free night if you book a certain number of rooms. But when you add in the resort fee, taxes, and mandatory surcharges, free suddenly becomes a play on words. You thought you were saving money, but the final bill wasn't much cheaper after all. It was the word free that blurred their vigilance, making tourists willing to overlook important details in the terms of service. From a societal perspective, these conditional freebies not only take away money, but also erode trust. When the concept of free, which is associated with generosity, is turned into a tool for commercialization, visitors gradually feel that every experience is calculated. And the joy of exploring Las Vegas, instead of being a cherished memory, turned into a feeling of being legally exploited. Amidst that matrix of the word free, there are still major brands that maintain their reputation by being transparent about the value they provide. Reputable international hotel corporations often clearly state promotional terms, ensuring customers receive exactly what was promised. This is the solution to prevent tourists from being caught in the vortex of fake freebies. If even the word free, which evokes trust and joy, can be a trap, what else in our travel journeys can truly remain pure? In the modern world, convenience is considered a privilege. A quick call, a few minutes of discussion, and you've got your dream hotel room right in the heart of Las Vegas. But in this city, even convenience can become a trap, because behind the cheerful voices on the hotline, your bill might contain an unexpected surcharge, a fee for booking over the phone. Many hotels in Vegas apply this fee as an hidden part of the booking process. The number isn't always the same. It's usually calculated as a fixed amount or a small percentage of the total money. It sounds insignificant at first, but cumulatively, it significantly increases the room price compared to what guests initially envisioned. And most importantly, that fee isn't always clearly explained before the transaction is completed. The irony is that booking by phone was once considered a way for travelers to save time and avoid the hassle of intermediary platforms. However, in Vegas, this convenience is turned into a tool for profit. Some guests shared that they only discovered the fee when they looked closely at the final bill. Many people also report that when they asked again, the staff often vaguely replied that this was a standard fee. On a broader level, phone booking fees expose a systemic issue. As everything in the travel industry becomes increasingly commercialized, even the seemingly smallest services are turned into business opportunities. Tourists think they're buying convenience, but in reality, they're being charged for a basic need: to be connected and served. There isn't much public research on the scale of this type of fee, but according to general sharing from travel forums, this situation is not isolated. Many international guests, especially older people who are not used to booking online, often choose to call the hotel directly. This is the group most likely to be targeted by hidden fees, as they rarely compare prices across channels and trust the inherent transparency. In that context, travelers need to be more cautious when booking. The safest solution often lies in choosing major hotel brands, which are more transparent about fees and clearly disclose them in their booking policies. Reputable international corporations tend to clearly list the final price, minimizing unexpected surcharges. This is a reliable support for those who want to avoid the convenience fee spiral. If even convenience, which is supposed to be the reward of progress, is turned into a legitimate trap, then on this journey of travel, what truly belongs to comfort in the true sense? In the imagination of many tourists, Las Vegas is not just casinos, neon lights, and spectacular shows. It's also where they go to rest and recover after long, tiring nights. A gentle massage, a relaxing sauna, or a body treatment at a luxurious spa. All of these sound like well-deserved rewards. But with Vegas, even moments of relaxation can become traps, where the body loosens up but the wallet gets tighter and tighter. Many tourists have shared that they entered hotel spas feeling relaxed, only to receive a bill that left them stunned. The service price is already high, but that's not the whole story. In addition to the listed price, many establishments also add fees that are not clear from the outset. Amenity fees, mandatory service fees, or surcharges for using facilities. A massage advertised for $20 can quickly increase to $60 or $80 after adding taxes and surcharges. The irony is that even if you don't use all the included utilities, the fee is still charged by default. Some customers also reported that staff often encouraged additional optional services, from special essential oils to sauna room upgrade packages. But those seemingly small choices, if not paid attention to, can increase the total cost by 1.5 times. In many cases, visitors are not clearly informed beforehand, but only realize it when the bill is presented. Legally speaking, everything is perfectly valid, as the fees are all listed in the fine print on the flyer or on the website. But in terms of experience, it leaves a bitter taste. Instead of being fully relaxed, customers are left in a state of suspicion and fatigue. On a broader level, this phenomenon reflects a social paradox. Services originally intended to care for and heal the spirit have now become tools to exploit people's wallets. Relaxation becomes a luxury, and the spa experience, instead of helping people regain balance, starkly exposes the harsh commercialization tactics. Amidst that picture, there are still international hotel brands and spa chains that maintain their reputation through transparency. They openly disclose the total cost, eliminate hidden fees, and ensure customers pay only for the services they choose. For travelers who want to avoid falling into the relaxation trap, choosing large and transparent brands is the safest option. If even moments of rest meant to relieve stress are turned into financial traps, where else can we find true relaxation in this city? Las Vegas still wears its glamorous facade, but upon closer inspection, we realize that every experience, from hotels, meals, and games to even moments of relaxation, can contain legal pitfalls. They not only take away money, but also erode trust in a city once hailed as an entertainment paradise. If even the so-called capital of freedom and fun turns everything into a financial trap, what awaits visitors in other cities across America? If you've experienced similar situations, please share your stories in the comments below, so we can discuss them together and gain a clearer understanding of the reality behind the neon lights. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to follow our next videos, where we continue to uncover the hidden truths behind the glamorous facade of Las Vegas and America today. All the content in this video is created with the purpose of providing information and analysis based on publicly available data, traveler insights, and widely documented social phenomena. We are not making absolute claims and are not assigning responsibility to any specific individuals, businesses, or organizations. The examples, stories, or figures mentioned are only intended to illustrate the general picture of the travel experience in Las Vegas and may change over time or depending on the actual circumstances. Viewers should consider and research further from multiple independent sources before making a personal decision. The video's goal isn't to attack, but to provoke reflection. That behind the dazzling light, there are always hidden corners that each of us needs to be wary of.